Up next is James Daly, who is number 5 on the ballot. Mr. Daly is a lifelong resident of the city of Clifton. He was a commissioner on the Clifton Planning Board for 20 years and was a member of the school site selection committee for schools 11 and 12. He has 2 daughters attending Clifton High School, where he is the president of the Girls Lacrosse Booster Club, and a son who is in college. Mr. Daly has experience in project management, real estate, and real estate development. He is currently employed by New Jersey Transit as a project manager. Hello and welcome.
Good evening.
My first question to you is, why have you decided to run for the Board of Education, and what talents or experience do you plan on bringing to the board?
Well, as you recanted in the introduction, I have a long experience in government and business, and particularly finance and project management. I decided to run because of the deteriorating situation both on the fiscal side of the Board of Education, which is really in a shambles at this particular time, and our declining test scores. And those things in particular are part of our platform that I'm running with Mr. Pachel and Mr. Yeamans. So we're focusing on that. We want to turn this around. We want to get it in a positive form and have that to the voters and better the education of our students and give the taxpayers their value for their tax dollars.
All right, well, you mentioned test scores, which leads me to my next question. It would appear that the Clifton Board of Education has been focusing a great deal of attention on our school facilities. So now let's talk about those test scores. According to the New Jersey Department of Education's report card for the city of Clifton, test scores are not up to par. What would your suggestion be to raise the bar on educational standards and improve our students' test scores?
Well, clearly what we've been doing hasn't been working, so we need to look at different methods. And I propose to talk to the administration and go outside the administration. We need to have a more global view and understand the exact reasons why the large number of students aren't making the cut on these test scores. So I would invite outside experts along with the administration and really examine. We have to break it down. It's not a simple thing to address, because otherwise we'd have it completed already, but we need to address these test scores. So by talking to experts and other educators in the field, we have to get a consensus and break down where exactly the problems are, and then start to address them one by one.
All right, and my last question to you is, what do you think is the biggest obstacle now facing the Clifton school system? How do you think this problem should be handled, and how will you make a meaningful contribution to remedy the situation?
Well, the number one problem is the fiscal situation. The school is broke, there's no more surplus, the school district has no more money. We don't have any options to do anything else. We're looking at a 14-point increase in our tax rate. This is clearly unacceptable. The voters of this town clearly want to know that they're getting their money's worth. So we need to take a comprehensive look the way we budget and the way we spend our money. So we will take a comprehensive look at that. We're going to go through both an organization chart and a line item by line item. So you have to do both in order to address these problems, and we're going to look at everything. My team members are going to look at every single line item and every single position and see what's necessary and what's not. We need to get the dollars back to the kids, not to the administration.
All right, you have about a minute and a half remaining, so now is your opportunity, if you choose to take it, to tell the citizens a little more about yourself.
Okay, I just want to go some of the things we want to do. The fiscal responsibility, as I said, is key to this, to running the Board of Education. We want to bring the business out in the public and not have in the back room. I'm proposing to eliminate the 2 sessions, have 1 work session and 1 business session of the Board of Education per month. Eliminate the committee system. This way, all the discussion about what's going on is not taken in the back room and all of a sudden brought in front of the room during a regular meeting and being voted on within a few minutes. We need to have a close examination that voters would have an opportunity, as long as the board members, almost 2 weeks to really contemplate what's on the table. So that's a very key part of what I would like to see, concrete changes in that kind of light. Again, I'm running with Mr. Yeamans and Mr. Pachel. We're 157 on the ballot. We want to restore credibility. We want to change things. If you're satisfied with the current situation, you can stay the status quo. But we think if you're interested in real change and people who really care and will dig into the basic facts and basic workings of the board, you should look at us. Please consider us, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.